Hey everyone, welcome back to Blurred Box. This is season 2. I'm Chloe.
I'm Pooja.
I'm Sophie.
And we've got a
Um,
new co-host.
I'm Andrew, not Haven. Excited to be here. Yeah. I
So,
don't know.
as you guys know from last season, Haven did leave us, unfortunately. She's off to UCLA doing big things, but Andrew is here to take her place and bring something new to the table. So Andrew, you want to tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Yeah. I'm Andrew. I'm 17, going into my senior year of high school in New York City, a school called Trinity, but now online school, but before that, an actual in-person school. Unlike you all, some things about me, I play tennis and basketball. Big writer. I write for my school newspaper and satire magazine. I big debate guy. That's one of my other things. But generally, I don't know. I guess just like fun guy. Yeah, that's the basic rundown on Andrew.
Is writing something that you want to pursue in the future in college, or do you know?
That's a good question. No, I don't know is the short answer. The longer answer is like in college, probably. I think because writing as a profession, probably not because that's hard. But writing in college, like it's just a good skill. Like writing can be good for anything. So big on writing.
Yeah,
It's
totally
really
agree.
cool that we got someone that's outside of OHS because I know we're all OHS students. I want to ask you, like, what was like your first impressions when you heard like that we're all from an online school?
Well, so I mean now I guess it's like a little bit of respect, a little bit of admiration having done it for one semester and being like my head hurts every day from staring at a screen. Um, so a lot of that, but I mean if we're being honest, and this might be mean, but like if you had asked me before COVID, I would have been like weird or like strange. But I mean, I think you all probably have your there's someone in the background, but you all do things that like take time, and obviously you can't be in regular school. So I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, no, but I think definitely it seems a little weird, like for me at least. Social life at school is sort of a big thing, and like I don't know what it would be like without that or with that online.
No, yeah, definitely. Andrew coming from a different school is also something you were adding to this season. So we are going to have a lot more perspectives on something. You're not going to have, I guess, be subjected to a biased opinion of, you know, OHS students kind of giving their say based on our opinions in our school, which will bring a lot more to discussions that we have with also more things to come with this season. Pooja will kind of like tell you guys a bit more about what we have or what you can expect.
Yeah, so this season you can kind of expect a lot more diversity from our speakers. We'll have more instructors, we'll have more outside guests, we'll have some students from OHS talking about their passions, their interests in sports, music, dance, whatever it may be. We have a lot of diversity in OHS, but we'll also reach out to other students at other schools. So I think that's also great that we have Andrew, as Chloe mentioned, from Trinity School in New York, which is totally different from OHS, as he kind of already touched on. So yeah, you can definitely expect a lot more diversity, a lot more discussion, a lot more interesting discussions, things that can kind of just fit a wide range of audience. So yeah, we're really excited about this season.
And also one other thing is that we are now on video, so you guys can put a face to our voices. So hi guys. Yeah, but we're really excited for this next season. I think you all should be as well.
Yeah. So that's mostly of what we had to say to update you guys on what's changing from season 1, what we're bringing more to this season, and what we're hoping to do. Otherwise, I guess we can get into like conversational stuff. So Oh, I think one more thing, sorry to add, was that we're going to be releasing episodes every other week too, instead of every week, because of reasons that we're students and we're also 3 seniors and 1 junior. Yay, Sophie.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I'm
That's going to
not
be a lot.
excited. But at
Intense
least I
year.
have, 3 seniors to help me through the process. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So please forgive us for
Promise
sharing
help.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was about it then for what you can expect for this season. Otherwise, we can get to like, how were you guys' summers?
Okay, so for me, quarantine was the time when I couldn't skate. I'm a competitive figure skater if you haven't watched the introduction episodes, but I'm a competitive figure skater, and that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. And during quarantine, March through May, I wasn't able to skate, but it was kind of nice because I got to spend more time at home in Arkansas and with my family. I like to bake a lot, so I got to do a lot of that. And then in the summer, skating kind of got back to normal, sort of. We have to wear masks while we skate, which is something that I'm definitely getting used to. But I will say that the highlight of my summer was being able to get back to skating again and kind of get my schedule back to normal, since that's a huge part of my life. I think my summer, it's expected that it would be highlighted by skating, I guess. So that was something that was big in my summer, and I'm really happy I kind of got to regroup from that period during quarantine, and I can kind of get back to skating. And then of course, preparing for college and my college applications was something that was on my mind the whole summer. So I'm still kind of brainstorming ideas, some college essay topics, starting my drafts, but it was a good summer. I'm kind of happy how it turned out despite all the chaos.
yeah, I actually had somewhat of a similar situation because I am also a competitive soccer player, and with quarantine, that completely shut down. And I have yet to go back. I know I think my soccer team has like started back up, but right now we're not too comfortable going, so it's still on the side. But like you said, it allowed me to spend more time with my family. We did a lot of cooking. That was like a big, big highlight of our summer. A lot of cooking, but it was fun. And then I guess with you college, I was doing SAT prep. Just, I know they're going test optional, but still want to do it just in case. And that has been kind of, and yeah, it's just been good. I've been having more time to like focus on like things that I want to do, more projects, more educational opportunities. So it's been a great summer.
Yeah, how about you, Andrew?
How about me? So I have 2 older brothers who are both at college. So they've been back since March, which has been, bad, obviously, but very good for me. So I've had them around to hang out with, which has been really cool because also, like, I imagine at some point they go back. Like, even this year, they're living off campus, but going back. So, like, who knows when the whole family is back together again for extended periods of time. So that's been exciting. I took a class at Warden with Chloe, hence I am here, for 3 weeks. Sports statistics, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Very cool. So that was good. So that was long on Zoom, 10 to 6, with a little bit of extra time to work on a project late at night. Was a tough look, and super toxic for my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule has taken a big hit over quarantine because I've sort of just felt like I can stay up all night. So I go to sleep at like 2 or 3 now compared to 11 beforehand, which is not ideal. And now I am working as a tennis instructor for my school coach for little children, and they are very annoying. But it's been a good summer. Unlike you guys, I'm not a competitive athlete or a gifted athlete, but I still have been exercising, working out. So that's definitely been something that has been a good way to kill time or spend time, and also self-care. hair while we're in quarantine. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. What about you, Chloe?
Me. So yeah, I think Andrew did touch upon I was doing the 3-week summer intensive course with him. That's how we met. Super fun. We might have someone surprise guest from that course thing. I don't know how to say it. One of our professors who's really great might come on later in the season and talk about sports statistics. And he does a lot. He expressed to me how he's been doing a lot with dealing with the stats for COVID. So that's also something really interesting.
Tell us the story of how you got your new mic.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
new update.
thrilling.
So now that you guys have video and you can see us, something interesting to add was that whole first season I was being mocked. Okay, I wasn't being mocked, but I had this monstrosity of a thing that a lot of people kind of see in my background, or they just kind of, it's a good conversation starter is how I like to put it. So this is like a pop filter that I've made with a sock, and you know, it stops the microphone that I have for free to say like, you know, harsh P sounds or whatever. I think that's what it does. But now we've upgraded and it's season 2 and I've got this bad boy. So that's a good thing.
Still
That's
have
what I
my
did to
old
myself.
$9 headphones, but we're not talking about that.
Sophie needs to upgrade. I think
Yes.
that needs to happen.
We all need to upgrade, except for Chloe. Chloe's
Oh, yeah.
already upgraded.
And
Gotta get on
Andrew's
my
repping
level.
those AirPods.
Always and forever.
Yeah, what else other than that? That might have been the highlight of my summer, to be honest. Did a lot of eating because while Sophie was cooking, we had to do that too. Things have have been good throughout the summer. I'm in Hong Kong, so things were great for like 3 weeks. Things were opening back up. Economy was supposed to start up again, but then people decided to stop adhering to the social distancing regulations and stop wearing masks because they were like, hey, it's been 3 weeks. Nothing has come back. We're all good. It's over. It's not over. They didn't like separate themselves from other people. They were like breathing and like, you know, sneezing onto other people, and they refused to wear their masks because apparently wearing a mask is a lot to ask. And after that,
You're telling us. It impinges on our freedoms, our individual
Yes.
liberties.
Oh my gosh.
did you guys see these people waving signs saying like trying to use the argument of my body, my rights?
Oh my God, I find that very hypocritical.
It is, yeah.
You
I'm
know,
trying
like,
to apply that to that.
yeah, maybe it is an argument, but it has to go both ways then.
So please wear masks, guys, so we can get this
Just
quarantine
better.
over with.
Lord Boss officially endorses mask wear.
Yeah, that's a thing now. Yeah, so things got worse again. Now we have like these limitations on where you can only be in pairs when you're outside. So masks are mandatory everywhere. You can only be in pairs. You can only dine in pairs. There's like a $5,000 fee if you're not seen wearing your mask outside or, you know, breaking those rules. Can't eat out past 6 p.m. Takeout only. And yeah, so very strict rules now, and that's what we have to deal with. But on the brighter sides of things, because I still haven't talked about summer. Summer, I'm also a competitive tennis player, or was, since it's like 8 months of not playing, and I've had different issues in Hong Kong, which stopped that and, you know, refrained me from being able to do that. And a lot of advocacy work for the vulnerable in Hong Kong who are also dealing with the harder impact of COVID. What else? I've been doing a lot of essays. I'm also a senior, like Pooja and Andrew, so we're busy. Busy with that common app. Yeah, supplementals, personal statement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah, I think that was mainly my summer. And a lot of good time with family. Watched a lot of movies to try to catch up on sleep. Yeah. That was pretty much it. So
Awesome.
Cool.
I have one question though, for Andrew.
Nice.
Why did you want to come on to our podcast? Or like, why did you agree is my question.
I mean, I guess you only asked me like 2 days ago, 3 days
Yeah,
ago.
things went really
So
quickly.
okay, so here's the story. I don't know if Sophie and Pooja heard it this way, but I get a text from Chloe, which is like, hey, want to come on our podcast? And I'm like, sure. Because, like I just say yes to things. Always a good attitude for everything. So you just say yes. And then, so she's like, okay, like, let's talk about the details. And I'm like, yeah, wait, what's this podcast about? And she's like, humanitarian stuff. And now I think is the exact right time to warn you guys that that's like very much not my thing. You're warned. In general, like that's not like, don't get me wrong, like pro-humanitarian things, but which I think is a good stance to have. But like, I don't know, that's not like the central part of my character, I'd say. But I think definitely a good thing to do and like something that I'm excited to do. But I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come on it. And Chloe was like, cool, so you're gonna co-host. And I was like, wait a second. This wasn't like a one guest appearance.
We went to A to C.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. But like, so in general, and there's no good way to put this, but like I'm someone who likes to talk and likes to hear the sound of my own voice. As I think Chloe is nodding along eagerly or in strong agreement to that statement. So I love to talk. And so I was like, podcast, cool. And even better, like podcasts, I think in general, super cool. And even better is like now I get to try it. And if it bombs, hopefully nobody I know is listening to it. And no harm, no foul. It's like a free trial run. So that's the story of how I'm here. But going back to like how I fit in, no, I think hopefully I'll be good to have as like a different voice, the male perspective, the not online high school perspective. Yeah, that's me. Did that answer your question, Chloe?
Yeah, that did. And to kind of like defend myself, I came in with like thinking that, hey, Andrew's a cool guy. He has a lot of great things to say. Let's give him a platform to do it. So that's kind of my defense for why
Darn straight.
Nabbed you into the podcast.
Yeah, I think
But yeah.
it's valuable to have that different voice and different perspective. So I'm glad to have you on, Andrew, and I'm excited for this.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, me too. I can already tell you're the right fit for us. So we're excited.
Yeah,
great.
Thanks, guys.
See, it worked out fine. Yeah, anyway, so what are you guys thinking for plans for senior year and I guess for Sophie junior year?
Survive the school year.
Yeah, let's start with Sophie
That's
first.
a good plan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess since I'm the only junior, SAT prep, making sure I don't die this year because of the workload, and I don't know, just start, focusing on things that I enjoy and I like. I overwhelmed myself sophomore year a little bit, but I think that experience was valuable. So now when I'm coming into junior year, of course, it's going to be hard, but I feel like now I know my priorities and like what I want to do. And then I want to try focusing on things that perhaps I didn't have time to do. And I'm going to try to fix my time management skills. First day of school, I was just like texting my friends. It's like, do you guys have any productivity apps that you guys use? And I'm testing out a couple. Let's see how they work.
Can I just say I went through that phase and that didn't work for me at all. Like there's this app that like you can grow trees or something to be productive. No, you guys haven't seen that?
No, I haven't. I've actually never used productivity apps or looked for them.
Until this year.
I'm just naturally productive.
Oh, sorry. The one exception, the guy who's got his life together.
Exactly.
Okay. I like being productive, but the problem is I don't like do things I need to do. So like I'm like excelling one end of my life and then just failing the other. Need to somehow like average that out and then have like good productivity skills.
That's what I was trying to grow trees.
Can I offer my wise advice, my sage wisdom?
Sure.
Yes.
As someone who has not only survived but thrived in junior year, I dare say. So for me, right, at our school, junior year, I think like you guys were a pretty academically rigorous school, and junior year is like hell year, terrible, gonna be miserable. You won't have friends by the end of it, which is a really bad reputation. Like junior year got some marketing to do, but I got through it, and like honestly, like a lot of it was like there were definitely some bad weeks. There was a lot of hype, honestly. Like it didn't live up to the hype for me of like everything I was told it would be. To be fair, like the end of second semester was online, and pass fail when I think it usually gets worse. But my productivity tip would be I'm a big believer in setting reminders on my phone and just leaving them there until I do things to maximize anxiety. So every morning I get a notification on my phone that says do college stuff. And I'm like, I gotta do it so I can clear the notification. And like on busy days, there'll be more stuff. I'll be like, study for my history exam or stuff like that. And like, you just see it and you're like, I gotta do it. So
But
that's
here's the
me.
question,
That works
though.
for me.
Is
Oh
it
my
a
God.
kind reminder or a really mean reminder?
Yeah, does it have like 50
Duolingo
exclamation
kind of
points at the
reminder?
end of it? And like
Okay,
in
so hear
bold?
me out. So for example, I was worried I was gonna miss this meeting, right? So I set a reminder for this morning, which said, Andrew, you dumb, not nice word. Don't forget your podcast thingy tonight at 9:15. And guess what? I remembered to leave the dinner table early to get here. That's right. I value you guys more than dessert, which is saying something.
Wow. We're honored. But I like
Yeah, you
totally
should be.
relate to the reminder thing. Like that's why I can't use reminders to help with my productivity because like I just leave them on my phone screen for like long periods of time. And I know I have to complete. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do it tomorrow, you know. I have more time then.
Well, so I skipped part 2 of that then, which is my phone has no unread notifications on it. So when I see I have like one reminder, it gives me anxiety to have like an uncompleted thing. I have no unread texts or emails or Snapchats or anything. So I'm like, okay, got to clear the phone. So that's what works for me. But to each their own.
I'm
The
a
thing is,
post-it
like,
person. Does like
oh,
nobody use post-it notes anymore?
no.
I don't use post-it
I use
notes.
Post-its every now and then.
Okay.
I like
Mine is,
bullet
like,
journaling. Bullet
people.
journaling is fun.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
want a
Mhm.
bullet journal, but I'm not like talented enough to do that. I'm
Me too.
incapable of drawing a straight line. Like
Same.
you probably end up
Totally on the
dead.
same page. Yeah.
I'm
I
not
can't
like
draw.
super creative with it. I mean, sometimes I like doodle on the side, but like I create my own to-do list on that, and I like just coloring it in and it being like bright in my own kind of makes me, I don't know, it's just more fun for me to actually complete my to-dos. I don't know why, but
I think so.
I just enjoy it.
I think if I were able to like do that, I think that would be a really good way for me to be productive. But I downloaded this like to-do app, and basically it gives me anxiety if I don't complete things because it lets me know I did not complete them, and they like track my like completion history. So like that is such
But
a
that's
big
mean.
yeah, it's such a big motivator. I'm
Does
serious.
it give you a grade based on your completion?
No,
God.
That's like self-abuse.
it's gonna be like my
It's
first
like cyberbullying.
app.
It's
Oh,
cyberbullying, but the computer does it on its own.
It means you got to change apps, Sophie. Like I'll recommend to you. Like I'll go find that app where I was growing trees for like 3 months.
No, but this helps though.
You
Like
and the
I
trees.
need that like pressure to like do things. It's been working out. I've had it for like 3 days and I've been perfect with my stuff, but it's only been 3 days.
But at least it's an organized way. Like me, on the other hand, like now that we have video too, like look at just this mess of like post-it notes everywhere and like things on my wall. By the way, I have a good Asian mother who doesn't like me putting things on the wall, so that's another thing on its own. But So that's my disorganized way of getting through my high school years.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
I used to rely. I have like a calendar right here and a whiteboard right there. I have not showed it. Wait, I'll just quickly there's my calendar and my whiteboard. And that's what I've been using. I actually don't use my whiteboard that often, to be honest. I use my calendar, but it's not enough. So time to upgrade.
I still want the whiteboard. I think a whiteboard would be key. I don't have one.
Whiteboards are fun.
It would be so fun.
On my whiteboard, I just leave up like really, really important dates like on it. So like it's just always there. I can't actually like utilize it every day.
Yeah. I think we've done a good job of like somehow segmenting our conversation into now tips for high school students to get through their schedules and to manage time.
New school year, guys. You guys, good luck.
You're all welcome. Yeah.
What's interesting is actually like, Andrew, you don't start school until like September, right?
Oh yeah. Well, so normally I think we're like right around Labor Day. So I think this year we were pushed up to September 1st, but now pushed back to September 8th. So yeah, September 8th. Wow, I know, right?
So lucky.
So when does
so
your
lucky. I know we just have a long summer. Like we end early to mid June. I think we got out June 10th.
Okay.
You're all staring at me with full faces, so I need to know what you guys do then.
You can tell the terror in our eyes.
So my school ends like last day of May because my last final is last day of May, but I think our school technically ends first week of June. And then it started just now, August 19th. So
But
we've got like 3 weeks,
summer.
like 2-3 weeks ahead of us. Wow, it's
yeah.
And it'll be going back online, I assume.
Yeah, so we're never going back. Technically, we're online until October 26th for seniors. And then we get 1 week a month in person. But it's never going to happen because they're like, we're going to be evaluating how things go with other schools. And other schools, I don't think, are going to be doing too well. So I'm sort of assuming this whole year is a wash and I'll be sad and never see my friends or school again. More sad about the friends than the school.
Let's hope graduation happens though, because I know with our seniors, they missed their graduation, and with an online school, it's even more painful, I would say. But let's hope for the best. You guys, you're going to get your graduation.
I'm really hoping grad happens. I mean, summer at Stanford was already canceled, and that's like, I mean, I'm glad I did it last year because that was my first time at OHS, but this year, summer at Stanford's fun.
Yeah, I think second year is usually always the best. Second year was the most fun because like you already know your friends and everything, so you just like get back into it and it's awesome. Yeah, so this has been all good. I think this has been a really good introduction to season 2. Now you all have a better feel of Andrew and a taste of what season 2 of Blurred Box is going to look like. We've already teased all the things that you can expect in the coming season, all the new guests, all of the new changes. You can see our faces too. I guess that's a big change. And well, that's if you choose to.
Yeah, don't.
I would say that too.
Or just look at the other people, just not me.
Yeah. Otherwise, thank you guys for listening to Blurred Box with Andrew, Chloe, Pooja, and Sophie.
If you like our show and want to know more, check us out on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or please leave us a review on iTunes.
We would love to hear your feedback, suggestions, and questions, which you can email to blurredbox88@gmail.com. And you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at blurredbox for the latest updates if you'd like.
All right, so be sure to join us in 2 weeks for another episode of Blurred Box. And we're going to be releasing episodes every other Sunday. Yeah.
All right, thanks you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.